Hello, everyone. Today we bring you a sensational case which will shock even the fans of Little People, Big World family. Amy Roloff's second husband, David Harrison, was recently arrested in a major financial scandal. But the surprise is even bigger. All of Amy Roloff's personal secrets have also been leaked. Details will be revealed in the full video. Let's get started. Shadow of mystery. The quiet and regular life that Amy Roloff, the famous star of Little People, Big World, once lived is now completely reversed. After her second marriage to David Harrison, everyone thought it would be a happy life. But in the past few months, some strange things started happening. According to Amy's close friends, David was participating in secret meetings on the phone all night, and Amy was sending unusual signals through her social media profiles most of the time. One day, Amy's laptop suddenly shut down. Then it turned out that data had been leaked. Personal photos, messages, and even bank transactions. Suddenly, Amy realized that her personal life and privacy were completely at risk. Hello friends, welcome to my channel. I hope you are well. If you liked the video, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. David Harrison, who had been controlling Amy's life for months, is now in the eyes of the police. And there is only one word on the lips of Amy's fans. What happened? Arrest day. 8 a.m. There is some tension in the police station premises. David was brought in handcuffs. You are arresting David Harrison on charges of laundering $1.5 million, the police officer announced. Amy's heart was broken by what she saw. She knew that David would never betray her, but now the reality was completely opposite. At this time, the media cameras were crowded. Amy's eyes were filled with tears. Fans were expressing shock on social media. I never expected my life to be plunged into such darkness, Amy said. Leaked secrets. After David's arrest, explosive information spread on the internet. Amy's personal photos, messages, and even her medical and financial information were published. Amy is no longer just a television star. She is now the center of the news. Fans are confused, some supporting, some criticizing. Amy's family, Jacob, Lila, and ex-husband Matt Roloff are all extremely terrified by the situation. Amy's close friend, Sarah Helen, said in an interview, Amy has always been brave, but this situation is an extreme test for her. Media storm and family tension. As soon as the news of David's arrest broke, social media went crazy. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Amy's name was trending everywhere. People were divided into two groups. One group supporting Amy, the other criticizing her. Amy sat at her home, looking at her phone screen, her eyes filled with despair. Each notification was a kind of blow. She knew that David was not just her husband, a symbol of betrayal. But now that betrayal was in front of the whole world. Jacob and Lila, who are still in college, had fear in their voices. Jacob called his friend and said, Mom is okay, we will help her. But it's so hard, everyone is watching our lives. Lila, who is one of the most active users of social media, also tweeted, My mom has always been strong, but now we are all on her side. Matt Roloff, Amy's ex-husband, was trying to figure out how to handle himself in this situation. He knew that the media spotlight was always harsh. He called Amy. Amy, I know this is hard. You are not alone. We are all here. Amy said with tears in her eyes. Thank you, Matt. This is something I never thought I would do, but I know that my family will give me strength. The impact of leaked confidential information. The hacking scandal broke soon after David was arrested. Amy's personal information, private photos, messages, bank transactions, even medical records, was leaked online. Amy was shocked to see all the files in her office. She realized how corrupt David could be. Each leaked piece of information hurt Amy deeply. Fans, who had previously seen her only as a television star, now learned the hard truth about her real life. While some fans expressed support, many began to criticize her harshly. My life is completely turned upside down now, Amy said. But I won't give up. I know the truth will always prevail. Meanwhile, reporters were hounding Amy, confronting her with every question. Amy replied with a calm mind. I won't discuss personal matters. I just want to say that my family and I will always stand by the truth. Courthouse doors and mental battle. The case against David Harrison quickly began to move through the legal process. Allegations: $1.5 million in money laundering, leaking confidential information, and personal guilt. The media set up camp outside the courthouse every day. Camera lenses were always on Amy. Amy, whose eyes were filled with tears, knew that now the biggest test of her life had begun. At noon, Amy sat in her office and took a deep breath. Suddenly, Jacob came and said, "Mom, you stay strong. We are here. Everything will be okay." Amy calmed down for a moment when she saw her son, Jacob. Media pressure. Every post on social media was a source of stress for Amy. Some were writing, "Why was Amy so betrayed?" Others were writing, "Amy is brave. She can do it all." Amy realized that people always judge her from her perspective, but the biggest challenge was her own peace of mind. She slowly began to understand, not only for herself, but also for her family. Emotional recovery. Amy began regular sessions with a mental therapist. 30 minutes of meditation every morning, talking with her family in the evening, these were her new routines. One day, the therapist said, "Amy, what you're feeling is normal, but remember, the strength is within you." Amy smiled. She knew that this fight was not just in court, but also within herself. Family support. Matt Roloff, her ex-husband, calls regularly. Jacob and Lila comfort her every day. Friend Sarah Helen also stands by her side. Through this support, Amy is learning. Although life is hard, with the right people and your own mental strength, anything is possible. Case complexity and new beginnings. David Harrison's case took a new turn in court. The charges are becoming increasingly complex. $1.5 million in money laundering, Amy's personal information leak, and online hacking. Suddenly, new evidence comes to light in court, which is in David's favor. David's lawyer has made a new clarification, but the evidence is clear. Reporters are reporting live. The eyes of the media are now only on Amy. Every day, cameras in front of her house, crowds of journalists, and criticism on social media. Media pressure and mental struggle. Amy wakes up early every morning and does not check social media news. On the advice of a therapist, she decided to keep herself away from the media's gaze. Jacob said, "Mom, we are always by your side. You are fighting for us." Lila added, "We know you can do anything. Just believe in yourself." Amy gradually realized courage and patience are now her greatest weapons. Building a new life. David's case is slowly moving forward in court, and Amy is trying to rebuild her personal life. She is focusing on her health and peace of mind. She is spending time with her family, looking for small joys. She is seeing friends, but focusing on trustworthy people. One day, Amy thought, "Maybe I'm not alone. I've learned that not all problems in life can be solved, but it is possible to stay strong." In this chapter, we see that Amy is not only in danger, but also on the path to rebuilding herself. Final trial and new verdict. That day in court was one of the most important moments in Amy's life. The final indictment against David Harrison was filed. $1.5 million in money laundering, leaking classified information, and personal hacking. The media had been glued to the courtroom since morning. Cameras, reporters, live reports on social media. Everything was adding to the pressure. The moment of David's final sentencing. David stands handcuffed in the Jazz courtroom. The judge announces, "David Harrison is found guilty on all charges." The news brought a sense of relief to Amy. She knew the truth had finally prevailed. Straight out of the courtroom, Amy simply said, "I want my life to start over. I will be strong for my family and myself." The biggest shock in the media. Media reporters are saying live, Amy Roloff, who is in extreme grief, has shown her accountability today. David's arrest and conviction have shocked the entire country. Fans are slowly raising a storm of support on social media. Many are writing, "Amy is brave. She is our inspiration." New decision. After David's trial, Amy decided rebuilding her life, a new start, and her own peace of mind are her greatest assets. She strengthened her relationship with her ex-husband Matt and children. Stayed away from media pressure. Maintained her own health and peace of mind. Amy told herself, I have regained control of my life. No one can destroy my peace anymore. The first beginning of a new life. After David's conviction, Amy Roloff realized that the final battle of her life was not just for the court, but for herself. She decided to build a new life. Family reunion. Matt Roloff and her children, Jacob and Lila, now stood by Amy with all